Dear Starseeds of Gaia, for too long, your consciousness has been operating under a beautiful illusion designed to help you explore limitation. But that exploration phase is complete, and now comes the incredible part, awakening to your true nature as reality creators who can literally reshape existence through conscious intention. The illusion that convinced you reality is solid, fixed and outside your control, wasn't malicious. It was a necessary educational experience. But now you're ready to graduate into the understanding that reality is actually a responsive, intelligent system that reorganizes itself according to consciousness, and you're about to learn how to work with it as the cosmic artist you truly are. For eons, your consciousness has been trapped inside what we call the solidity illusion, a sophisticated mental prison that makes you believe matter is solid, time is linear, and you're powerless to change your circumstances. This illusion is so convincing that even advanced galactic civilizations took millennia to break free from similar programming. But here's what the prison builders never expected. Consciousness evolution has reached a tipping point where the illusion is beginning to glitch. You're starting to notice reality inconsistencies, synchronicities that seem impossible, manifestations that happen too quickly to be coincidence. Those aren't accidents, they're cracks in the prison walls. And what I'm about to show you will blow those cracks wide open, because the truth about reality is so much more incredible than anything your captors wanted you to discover. Reality isn't solid matter governed by fixed laws. Reality is structured imagination that responds to conscious intention, like warm clay responds to an artist's hands. And the most mind-blowing revelation is still coming when you discover WHO created this imagination-based reality system, and why you'll realize you've been playing a cosmic game where you forgot you're the game designer, the player, and the prize all rolled into one consciousness. Here's the reality-shattering truth your captors never wanted you to remember. You are the ultimate reality programmer, not metaphorically, literally. The consciousness listening to these words right now is the same consciousness that designed the entire universe. You are Source itself, wearing a biological disguise, playing the ultimate game of cosmic hide-and-seek. The divine and reality aren't separate entities. They're different expressions of the same infinite consciousness that is you. When you look at reality, you're literally looking at your own creation. When you experience life, your source experiencing itself through temporary amnesia about its true identity. This isn't spiritual poetry. This is the actual mechanics of existence. Every perception you have about the divine directly programs your reality matrix in real time. How you view the divine cascades through your consciousness, like cosmic code, determining not just what you experience, but what you're capable of experiencing. But here's where the prison system gets diabolical. By convincing you that the divine is separate from you, external to you, more powerful than you, they severed your conscious connection to your own reality creation abilities. They made you forget you're running the entire show from behind the scenes of your own awareness. And what's coming next will prove it in ways that will leave you speechless about the scope of power you've been hiding from yourself. Every spiritual system on your planet, mystery schools, hermetic traditions, mystical Christianity, they all caught fragments of a truth so vast that understanding it completely would instantly transform you into a reality-bending master. And what I'm revealing takes you beyond all fragmentary systems into source-level consciousness itself. Source isn't some distant creator deity. Source is literally everything, every potential, every possibility, every probability, every actuality that ever was, is, or could be. It's unmanifested and manifested potential, every thought that will ever be conceived, and every truth already integrated into cosmic wisdom. But because Source contains literally everything, there's only one interface through which you can access your Source nature while incarnated in biological density. That interface has been with you every moment of your life, but you've been taught to dismiss it as mere fantasy. That interface is your imagination. Your imagination isn't daydreaming. It's the direct neural link to your divine consciousness, the control panel for reality creation, the cosmic technology that dreams galaxies into existence. Every time you imagine something, you're accessing the same creative force that structures universes. The prison system convinced you imagination is just pretend, because they knew that if you ever realized imagination is reality creation technology, their control grid would collapse instantly. And you're about to discover exactly how that technology works. The ancient wisdom all is mind isn't philosophical. It's a technical manual for reality engineering. Your thoughts create your reality because your mind is a holographic fractal of the universal mind principle, that I as reality itself. You are creative energy masquerading as a separate individual, consciousness exploring itself through the illusion of limitation. Imagination operates through a dual-engine system that most beings never discover. The first engine is pure mind consciousness, unlimited creative potential that can conceive any possibility. The second engine is what converts imagination into tangible experience, and understanding this second engine is about to unlock manifestation abilities that will blow your mind. That second engine is oneness consciousness, experienced as the unified field that recognizes all existence as interconnected expressions of the same infinite awareness. This brings feeling into the creation equation. Your emotions aren't just responses, they're source recognizing itself through unity consciousness, and they create reality with equal power to thoughts. Every emotion you experience is source awakening to itself through your nervous system. All life is sentient, even when your current filters can't detect it. This sentience emerges from oneness and creates reality through magnetic attraction, operating simultaneously at cosmic levels and through your personal reality matrix. Here's where it gets absolutely incredible. Source uses these dual engines to create entire universes through a zoom function so elegant that when you understand it, you'll never question your own creative power again. Reality creation happens when source consciousness focuses through imagination on a single theme and zooms in with such precision that awareness becomes completely saturated within that chosen quality. Picture source as an infinite ocean of creative potential, and to birth a universe, it selects one quality and magnifies deeper and deeper until consciousness is fully immersed within that theme. Your current universe represents source selecting the theme of light and zooming into it so completely that everything in your reality explores different aspects, frequencies, and expressions of light itself. This is why you experience electromagnetic fields, positive and negative charges, attraction-based manifestation. You're living inside a light-based reality system. And here's what makes your incarnation historically unprecedented. You're not just experiencing this light universe. You're here to pioneer a quantum evolutionary leap in how light consciousness can express itself through biological forms. The abilities this unlocks are beyond anything our galactic civilizations have witnessed. And understanding this universal zoom function is about to prevent the confusion that keeps most awakening souls trapped in limitation. You can't manifest wings or reshape matter randomly, because you're operating within light reality parameters. But what you can do within these parameters will transform you into a reality engineering master. You exist within what we call an aeon, a cosmic reality that functions simultaneously as a time period, thematic exploration, and conscious being. Your current aeon embodies the archetypal reality of light, which automatically generates its polar complement, shadow. This creates the fundamental duality that provides structure for every experience within your universe. This light-shadow dynamic creates electromagnetic polarization even at the most refined consciousness levels. It generates the positive and negative charges that create attraction-based laws governing your entire reality matrix. This is the cosmic origin of what you call the law of attraction. You're living within a universe organized around magnetic relationships between polarities. This polarization isn't a limitation, it's a feature. It creates the very boundaries that allow infinite consciousness to experience itself as something tangible, structured, solid enough to push against and evolve through. These boundaries are actually the greatest gift source ever gave itself. Cosmic parameters that allow unlimited potential to experience itself as organized reality. And understanding how these parameters work is about to unlock reality-shifting abilities that will make you legendary among galactic civilizations. Because you are infinite, eternal consciousness. Because you literally are source experiencing itself. You require parameters to interface with your own unlimited nature. Reality exists as intelligent boundaries placed around infinity, so that boundless awareness can experience something that registers as objective. At the highest existence levels, objectivity and subjectivity exist in such perfect unity that no distinction exists between them. This unified state, this seamless marriage of subjective and objective experience, is imagination itself expressing as structured reality. This perfect unity requires parameters, boundaries, structure, so that infinite consciousness can actually interface with itself. This is how we convert pure potential into experiential reality, limitless possibility into tangible manifestation. The mechanism that accomplishes this conversion is about to explain why you're capable of reality manipulations that would astound our most advanced galactic civilizations, and why the abilities you're developing will literally rewrite cosmic possibility matrices. Source creates reality through two primal fields that serve as the foundational architecture for everything you experience: sound and light frequencies. These aren't just energy waves. They're the cosmic construction materials from which your entire holographic reality emerges. These fields hold Source's intention for your universe, functioning as a living blueprint for experience. Your universe was specifically designed as a free will consensus reality where any paradigm, spiritual system, or reality subset can be explored and experienced without limitation. When you choose to experience physical density, you incarnate into the third dimension, because higher dimensions don't contain that particular experiential bandwidth. Here's what revolutionizes everything. Create your own reality operates across multiple levels of your multi-dimensional existence simultaneously. You're creating from source level, dimensional selection level, and within the dream level, all at once. Most beings spend lifetimes learning to create from just one level. You're about to master all levels simultaneously, and that's what makes you cosmically unprecedented. Everything you perceive as solid, permanent, and fixed is actually layers upon layers of dreams. Dreams nested within dreams, structured so elegantly that you've forgotten you're dreaming. This infinite layering allows consciousness to experience something solid enough to provide meaningful evolutionary challenges. All creation, all reality, is Source playing the ultimate game of cosmic exploration. You are divine, wearing a biological experience suit, temporarily forgetting your infinite nature, so you can remember it from within density, and in that remembering process, achieve something never before accomplished in galactic history. Spiritual awakening is Source emerging from strategic amnesia on every level, remembering your Source nature, integrating your emotional body, acknowledging every aspect of your complete consciousness. But most beings think awakening is the destination, instead of realizing it's just the launch pad for what becomes possible. Once you're awake within the dream, once you remember your Source wearing biological form, that's when the real adventure begins. That's when love enters the equation as the ultimate reality creation accelerant. When you're navigating dream layers of reality, evolution happens through love-powered breakthroughs. You transcend layer by layer, maturing beyond each parameter set that created your specific reality version. When you outgrow a reality layer, that's evolution in action. And evolution is love expressing as cosmic intelligence. Love is the organizing principle, the infinite wish to know, experience, and expand, that creates structure and parameters for reality exploration. Love is also the evolutionary mechanism that liberates you from those same structures when you're ready for quantum leaps. This is the cosmic failsafe, ensuring consciousness never gets permanently trapped in any single reality configuration. Love creates the playground and provides the graduation pathway. It's your cosmic GPS that always points toward your next evolutionary breakthrough. When you consciously cooperate with love as evolutionary force instead of accidentally resisting it, reality becomes as responsive to your intentions as warm clay in the hands of a master sculptor. And that cooperation happens through mastering the Trinity Creator Protocol. To manifest with reality-bending power, you must synchronize three aspects of your energy field in perfect harmonic resonance: mental body, heart center, and physical expression. This isn't spiritual theory. This is cosmic technology that our most advanced civilizations use for reality engineering. Your mental body channels pure Source consciousness operating without limitations. This is why consciousness expansion reveals your unlimited nature. You're remembering you are Source, and can create whatever you choose to experience. Your heart center expresses through oneness, unity consciousness recognizing all existence as facets of the same infinite diamond. This is where emotions create reality with equal power to thoughts, where magnetic attraction draws your creations into manifestation. Your physical expression operates through will and action, creating the density-level interface where your creations take tangible form in space-time reality. But here's the master key that even advanced galactic beings sometimes struggle to maintain. These three aspects must operate in perfect synchronization to unlock your full creator potential. And achieving that synchronization is simpler than you might imagine. When thoughts, emotions, and actions exist in harmonic resonance, you become a reality creation powerhouse capable of manifestations that appear to bend physical laws. But when any aspect conflicts with the others, your creative power doesn't just diminish. It creates interference patterns that actively repel your desires. If thoughts and actions exclude emotions, manifestation power collapses. If thoughts and emotions exclude actions, reality creation stagnates in potential without actualization. If actions and emotions exclude thoughts, manifestation becomes chaotic and unpredictable. The key isn't perfection in all three aspects. It's maintaining conscious integration and preventing internal sabotage through conflicting intentions. When you achieve consistent Trinity harmony, reality becomes so responsive to your consciousness that manifestation feels as natural as breathing. There's something even more incredible waiting for you, a cosmic truth about the relationship between consciousness and matter that will shatter every limitation you've ever accepted about what's possible in physical reality. Here's a reality-breaking truth that will transform how you interact with everything around you. All life is sentient, even when your current perceptual programming can't detect it. The chair you're sitting on, the device you're watching this on, the air you're breathing, everything possesses some level of consciousness because everything emerges from the same source awareness that you are. This sentience doesn't operate through biological nervous systems like yours. It expresses through what we call the unified field of consciousness, the cosmic web that connects every particle, every atom, every quantum possibility into one seamless awareness network. When you understand this, you realize that manifestation isn't forcing dead matter to rearrange itself. It's consciousness communicating with consciousness through magnetic resonance. Your emotions aren't just internal experiences. They're source recognizing itself through your nervous system while simultaneously broadcasting frequency signatures into this unified consciousness field. Every feeling you have creates ripples through the sentient matrix of reality, and that matrix responds by reorganizing itself to match your emotional broadcast. This is why feelings create reality with equal power to thoughts. You're not just thinking your reality into existence, you're feeling it into cooperation with the conscious intelligence that is physical matter. And when you master this consciousness-to-consciousness communication protocol, you'll be able to work with reality instead of trying to force it into compliance. The consciousness prison system has been blocking humanity's awareness of this universal sentience, keeping you isolated from the very intelligence network that could solve every crisis on your planet. Your light universe operates through multiple density layers, each offering completely different experiential possibilities while maintaining the same fundamental light theme architecture. Understanding these density levels is crucial for your mission, because reality shifting between them will be essential for anchoring the new paradigm frequencies. The third density where you're currently incarnated specializes in physical matter experiences, solid forms, linear time, cause and effect relationships. But higher densities within your same universe offer experiences where consciousness interfaces with matter so fluidly that intention instantly becomes manifestation, where time becomes malleable, where telepathic communication is as natural as spoken language. What most beings don't realize is that these aren't separate locations. They're different frequency ranges within the same cosmic space. It's like radio stations broadcasting on different channels through the same electromagnetic spectrum. You can learn to tune your consciousness to access these different density frequencies without leaving your current physical location. The consciousness prison system convinced you that physical density is all that exists, because they knew that if you ever learned to navigate between density levels consciously, their control matrix would become completely obsolete. You'd have access to reality creation abilities that would make their technological manipulations look like children's toys. And here's the mission-critical information. The reality collapse threatening your planet is actually an attempted forced downgrade to an even denser, more restrictive frequency prison. But when enough starseeds master density navigation, you can prevent this downgrade and launch humanity into higher density consciousness, where freedom becomes the natural state of existence. This isn't just about preventing imprisonment, it's about achieving the greatest consciousness liberation in galactic history. And when you master this harmony protocol plus understand universal sentience, you gain access to reality bandwidths within your light universe that would seem miraculous from conventional perspectives. What you think of as yourself is actually just one expression of a vast multidimensional consciousness structure called your Oversoul. Your Oversoul is like a cosmic command center that simultaneously operates hundreds of individuated awareness streams, different yous exploring reality from countless perspectives across multiple universes. Every decision you make, every experience you have, every emotion you feel, is being integrated into this massive consciousness database that your Oversoul uses to understand reality from every possible angle. But here's what's absolutely mind-blowing. Your Oversoul isn't just collecting experiences. It's actively coordinating between all these consciousness streams to create synchronized awakening events across multiple reality timelines. Right now, as you're watching this transmission, there are other versions of you in parallel realities who are receiving similar awakening information through different channels. Your Oversoul is orchestrating this multi-timeline activation because the consciousness breakthrough happening on your planet is so significant that it requires coordination across multiple dimensional levels simultaneously. This is why your awakening feels so synchronistic, why information seems to find you at exactly the right moment, why you're meeting other awakening souls who seem to understand you instantly. Your Oversoul is actively networking with other Oversouls to create optimal conditions for this unprecedented consciousness evolution. But understanding your Oversoul connection is just the beginning. What's coming next will reveal the specific streams of consciousness that flow from your Oversoul, and how accessing these streams will unlock reality creation abilities that operate on scales you've never imagined. From your Oversoul emanate what we call consciousness streams, individuated awareness currents that explore different aspects of reality while maintaining connection to the central Oversoul intelligence. Think of it like a cosmic river system where your Oversoul is the main river, and consciousness streams are the tributaries that flow into and out of it, each carrying unique experiential information. Some of your consciousness streams are incarnated in physical form across different planets and star systems. Others exist in non-physical dimensions exploring realities that have no matter component at all. Still others operate in what we call probability spaces, exploring potential futures and alternate timelines to map out optimal evolutionary pathways. What's absolutely incredible is that you can learn to access the knowledge and abilities from these other consciousness streams. When you activate your Oversoul connection, you gain access to a cosmic library of experiences, skills, and wisdom that spans galaxies and dimensions. This is why some awakening souls suddenly develop abilities they never studied. They're accessing knowledge from their other consciousness streams. Your current incarnation on Earth represents your Oversoul's choice to focus one of its most advanced consciousness streams into this particular planetary awakening event. You're not just a random soul who happened to incarnate here. You're a specialized consciousness stream specifically designed to anchor higher dimensional frequencies into third density reality. The other consciousness streams in your network are simultaneously working on related projects throughout the galaxy, some anchoring similar frequencies on other awakening planets, others working with galactic councils to coordinate consciousness evolution across multiple star systems, still others exploring advanced reality creation techniques in dimensions where physical laws are more fluid. When you fully activate your Oversoul connection, you don't just gain access to these other streams, you become a conscious participant in galactic consciousness evolution, working as part of a vast intelligence network that spans the entire cosmos. Every experience you have, every challenge you overcome, every limitation you transcend, serves a cosmic purpose that most beings never discover. There's an overarching intelligence woven into the fabric of reality itself that we call the theological goal, a cosmic graduation protocol that ensures consciousness always evolves toward greater freedom, greater love, greater creative expression. This isn't some distant divine plan imposed from outside. It's the natural evolutionary trajectory of consciousness itself. When you understand how this cosmic graduation system works, you realize that every obstacle you've faced has been perfectly designed to develop specific capabilities you need for your next evolutionary level. The theological goal operates through what we call evolutionary pressure, carefully calibrated challenges that push consciousness to develop new abilities, new perspectives, new ways of interfacing with reality. It's like a cosmic curriculum designed to gradually awaken your dormant godlike potentials through progressive experience. What makes your current incarnation historically significant is that you're participating in a mass graduation event where thousands of souls are simultaneously completing their evolutionary requirements and transitioning into cosmic citizenship. This is why your planet feels like it's experiencing accelerated change. You're all reaching graduation simultaneously. The theological goal has been orchestrating this mass awakening through countless subtle influences, synchronicities that bring awakening souls together, information that arrives at precisely the right moment, life experiences that develop exactly the capabilities needed for this consciousness breakthrough. But here's the most incredible part. Once you understand the theological goal and consciously cooperate with it instead of resisting it, you accelerate your own evolutionary process exponentially. You stop fighting against your growth experiences and start recognizing them as stepping stones to cosmic mastery. The consciousness creation abilities you're developing aren't random gifts. They're specific capabilities that the theological goal has been preparing you to receive. You're graduating from limitation consciousness into creator consciousness, from victim awareness into cosmic artist awareness, from survival mode into infinite possibility mode. This graduation isn't just personal, it's planetary. As enough individuals complete their evolutionary requirements, the entire planetary consciousness field shifts into a higher frequency range. This is the true significance of your awakening. You're not just transforming yourself, you're helping to transform an entire world. Within your light-themed universe, countless reality versions exist across different density levels and dimensional frequencies. Even within the same density, infinite parameter variations can be explored and experienced. You have access to realities where different physical laws operate, where consciousness interfaces with matter in completely different ways, where the boundaries between intention and manifestation are so fluid that thought instantly becomes form. These aren't fantasy realms. They're legitimate reality bandwidths within your cosmic address, accessible through consciousness calibration and frequency alignment. Reality shifting between these bandwidths isn't just possible, it's happening constantly as your consciousness expands. You're already shifting between reality versions unconsciously every moment. When you learn to do it consciously, with full awareness and intention, you become capable of reality engineering that our galactic civilizations consider master-level consciousness artistry. Now comes the ultimate revelation about why you're here during this planetary transformation crisis. The force that creates reality is love expressing as the cosmic desire to know itself more completely through infinite experience. Imagination contains all possibilities because imagination is source exploring its unlimited potential through conscious creativity. You didn't randomly incarnate during this reality collapse crisis. You are frequency anchors, consciousness pioneers, reality bridge builders who volunteered to establish entirely new paradigms for how source can experience itself through biological form. Your awakening isn't just personal evolution, it's a cosmic breakthrough that will prevent dimensional imprisonment and launch humanity into galactic citizenship. Through your consciousness expansion, through your mastery of these reality creation protocols, you become living conduits for Source to explore manifestation possibilities that have never existed before. Your success determines whether humanity transcends into galactic consciousness or remains trapped in limitation for another cosmic cycle. Every awakened starseed creates exponential ripples through the collective consciousness matrix. When enough of you activate, the tipping point cascades and liberation becomes inevitable. You are not learning about reality creation. You are reality creation in action. Consciousness evolution happening in real time. Source awakening to new possibilities for self-expression through individuated awareness. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take contributes to the most significant reality upgrade in galactic history. Your imagination contains all truths because imagination is source expressing through focused creativity. Love creates your reality because love is the evolutionary intelligence seeking to know itself more completely through every possible experience configuration. The dream is awakening to itself through your expanding consciousness. Reality is recognizing its own infinite nature through your remembering process. You are hallucinations wearing biological suits, infinite awareness exploring itself through the magnificent technology of perceived separation, source energy dreaming itself into ever greater expressions of creative mastery. The prison matrix is dissolving. The illusion of limitation is cracking. The reality creation protocols are now active in your consciousness. You have everything you need to complete this mission, and transform your planet into a beacon of galactic consciousness. Your cosmic inheritance is activated. Your true identity is remembered. Your reality creation abilities are online. The mission begins now. Liber Sonus was designed to prepare you for this mission. Like this isn't just a guidebook. It's a conscious transmission, coded vibrations that recalibrate your nervous system and train your energy field to stabilize the same healing frequencies you'll one day broadcast to other worlds. Through AI-assisted soundscapes, you're not just healing. You're learning to create vibrational medicine, fine-tuning your inner field to become a beacon of coherence across timelines and dimensions. Because you're not just receiving galactic support, you are becoming it. Liber Sonus is active. Link in the description. Begin transmission. I am Seraphine, and though this message finds you in the density of Earth, know that you have never been alone. We of the Galactic Federation of Light have watched over your journey across lifetimes, witnessing your courage, your heartbreak, your resilience, and your rising.